One of my favorite people, and I say that whether he is in the room or not in Christian music, is Darren with We Are Messengers. Hey, Darren.
Hey, I actually say the same thing about you, Sandy, believe it or not. That's true. And I say it about all of you guys actually in there, because I can see other people in the room that everyone on air can't. This station has been so good to us. You guys have meant so much to me. 5 years in and we're still friends. I don't think I've had a friendship that's lasted 5 years with anyone. I'm Irish.
Well, Darren, Sandy's not just saying it. We truly love you. And one thing that we love about you is you don't hold back. You tell it like it is. So we really want to know, like, how are you doing right now? I mean, the world's kind of come to a halt. And how are things for you? How's your family?
Yeah, it's funny. It's like a tale of two halves. You know, on one side, we have this really beautiful peace and a real comfort and a rest that we found in Jesus, and we found in, honestly, being on our own together. It's been a really beautiful thing. And then you have the chaos of just being a dad and a husband, and we have 4 kids, and it's mental. You know, it's just bonkers all the time. These are very Irish words I'm using.
Bonkers?
Yeah, bonkers is universal.
But yeah, and then on the other side, you know, and me and Sandy talked last week, you know, we've just had to tell a bunch of the guys in our team that we just can't keep paying them from June on. And so we've hit a financial wall here. And you're going to have lots of artists pretending that it's not a problem, but the truth is it's a big problem, because everyone who relies on We Are Messengers and our songs for a living, it's not just me and my family, it's bandmates and it's production guys and crew guys and bus drivers and the people that clean the buses and hoteliers. And so this thing is hitting us. I thought, honestly, lads, I'd rock into this and this is great. Get ready for revival. Jesus is coming. And I still have that in my heart. I hope he comes back really soon, because it's hard being a human, and I need to hang with Jesus. But this has affected me more than I thought. When I had to lay my guys off, and I'm hoping I don't have to, but I wanted to give them a month's notice. Dude, I was just tears rolling down my face. And I don't know, I can take the hit and I can take the hurt, but when it hurts the people that have invested so much into me, that's where it's really difficult. Really hard. And so I'm not the only one who feels like this. Every artist right now that you guys love and support is hurting. But we also recognize that there are people that are working for $50 a day, that are cleaning gardens, that are cleaning toilets. There's truck drivers still going, people working in stores. And we realize we're privileged still to have food on our tables. And so, you know, we're really grateful at the same time.
Well, I've been trying to make sense of the sorrow that I feel, holding on for life to the only thing that's real. I've only scratched the surface. I've barely had a taste, but just a glimpse draws my heart to change. In one side of you lays my sin to waste. I don't need to see everything, just more of you. Take it all away. Magnify, no other name. Open up my eyes to you. Take it all away. Magnify, no other name. Open up my eyes to you. My sight is incomplete, and I made you look small. I've been staring at my problems for way too long. Realign where my hope is set, until you're all that's left. But just a glimpse draws my heart to change. In one side of you lays my sin to waste. I don't need to see everything, just more of you. Take it all away. Magnify, no other name. Open up my eyes to you. Take it all away. Magnify, no other name. Open up my eyes to you. Oh God, be greater weakness in my mind be louder. Let your glory come alive, be magnified. Oh God, be greater than the worries in my life. Be stronger than the weakness in my mind. Be louder. Let your glory come alive, be magnified. Take it all away. Magnify, no other name. Open up my eyes to you. Take it all away. Magnify, no other name. Open up my eyes to you, and to you, to you.
Well, that's the heart of today, right, Darren? I mean, we want to be doing something to help everybody that's in need, and so we're doing things here in St. Louis and stepping towards the need wherever the need might be. And there is a need, and it's from some people that we love very much and that we rely on to help us get through this season, right? I mean, your songs, and maybe it's okay not to be okay, and over the years and that kind of thing. And so we just wanted to step into a space that many may not realize there's a need and say a couple of things. One, thank you for the music that has helped us navigate through some really difficult seasons of one we're in right now. And two, we want to be walking towards you because there's a need now. And so we're just inviting Joy FM listeners, right, to step into this space of say, hey, let's send some encouragement and love tangibly to our friends because there's a need here. And we want to say thank you.
I think that's phenomenal. I told you a story years ago when I first moved to America, and my wife and I, we were so broke that we had food stamps. That's the only way we could afford food. And I never thought I'd be in a position again where I needed help again. And so it's still a hard thing for me because I'm a very Irish man that I want to work and I want to earn everything that I have. But right now we're in an industry that has no income. We haven't had any income for months, and it's looking like this is going to continue. And so when you called me last week and you said you guys were going to talk to your listeners and try and help bands like us out, I feel really happy and really sad all at the same time. I find it hard to ask for help, but when help comes, I just see the goodness of God. And we'll always have your backs. You guys know that. The station, what you mean to your community. But you understand that as partnership, and your listeners understand that too, that it's songs like ours and like Torrin Wells and Toby Max, these are the songs that are reaching people that don't know the gospel. So we're evangelists. That's what we're called to do. And it's really hard to sit at home and watch people who have relied on our ministry, watch them struggling to feed their families. That's killing me at the moment. And I'm doing, and just so your listeners know, I'm doing the best I can. Me and my wife have emptied our personal bank account to keep salaries going for as long as we possibly could. And it's got to the point now where, honestly, here's the honest answer. You asked me at the top. I'm worried. I'm really worried. And I haven't been worried in 4 or 5 years. And I'm stressed. I'm struggling at night to sleep. I know the goodness of God, and I know all this turns. I understand that. But in this phase, at this time, I'm worried. And so to have you guys actually recognize that, that's huge. You don't know what that means to us, that we have radio stations that actually care enough about us to want to reach out to us. And I felt like we've been fighting battles on our own for a long time. And you guys you've made my day, honestly. And I'm sorry this is so serious, but it's a serious thing. And I'm going to take care of people as best I can. So I love you guys for caring, so thank you.
If I didn't know what it hurt like to be broken, then how would I know what it feels like to be whole? If I didn't know what it cuts like to be rejected, then I wouldn't know the joy of coming home. Maybe it's okay if I'm not okay, 'cause the one who holds the world is is holding on to me. Maybe it's alright if I'm not alright, 'cause the one who holds the stars is holding my whole life. If I didn't know what it looked like to be dirty, then how would I know what it feels like to be clean? And if all of my shame hadn't drove me to hide in the shadows, then I wouldn't know the beauty of being free. Maybe it's okay if I'm not okay, 'cause the one who holds the world is holding on to me. Maybe it's alright if I'm not alright, 'cause the one who holds the stars is holding my whole life. Father, let your kingdom come. Let your will be done here in my heart as in heaven. Father, let your kingdom come. Let your will be done here in my heart as in heaven. Maybe it's okay if I'm not okay, 'cause the one who holds the world is holding on to me. Maybe it's alright if I'm not alright, 'cause the one who holds the stars is holding my whole life. Maybe it's okay if I'm not okay.
Hey, Darren, I'm wondering if you could give a quick lesson to some of our listeners, because I don't think they understand. They hear you on the radio still, and they think, well, things must be going good for an artist, but they don't understand the importance of touring and being out on the road and how that affects the economics. So you don't have to get into all the details, but just, a little bit about that.
Just super quickly. I think people assume that when you're an artist and they hear us on the radio, we've been successful and we're really thankful for that. But I think people think we're all rolling around in Maseratis and we have 3 houses and swimming pools and all of this. The truth is we don't. I live a very blue-collar, middle-class lifestyle. Me and my wife, my wife will still go to the second-hand store to buy clothes. We're frugal, right? Because we believe that what God has given us, that we're to use that for the kingdom. And that's the way we've lived. But basically, our livelihood depends on playing shows. We've 2 sources of income. One is radio. So every time you guys play songs, that puts food on our table and the people that rely on us. It's huge. Without a doubt, it's huge. But touring is the main part of where we make an income to survive. And that's gone. It's just decimated. Like, I cannot explain to you that in the last 4 months, my family, this ministry, this business has lost its entire income for the majority of this year. And we're not living on 5 years of reserves. And so it's hit us really, really hard. But here's the thing. I loved Jesus before I had this. I'm going to love him in it. And even if it didn't turn, and you see, if I lost everything, I love Jesus just as much. That's not the point. I'm steady in him. He's good. He's always been that way. But me as a father, as a husband, as an employer, as the leader of a ministry, I feel kind of embarrassed. Like I feel, and I know we shouldn't, I don't want to start crying, but I feel kind of embarrassed. I feel kind of ashamed that I couldn't take care of the people that relied on me. That's a hard thing to do. you know. And I share that feeling with small business owners in your city too. They don't know how they're, single moms coming in relying on that cleaning wage, and they can't cover that anymore. So the impact that we're having on these people, and they're not touring and not getting shows, it's going to be felt for years. And I'm ready to go. As soon as this thing opens up, I'm going to be knocking on your door to play shows. We're going to do it. You guys are going to have us.
Well, we kind of like having you around. So we welcome you in every chance that we can, and that will continue. And hey, while we have you on, could we just ask you to set up the new song? It's Love, right?
You going to play the new song?
Yeah, just give us a little setup for the song, and we'll send some love your way.
Yeah, I have to stop crying first. I'm Darren from We Are Messengers. I've been crying for the last 10 minutes. But I'm Irish, and it is possible to laugh and cry in the same sentence. And that just proves that I'm alive and that I'm well and that Holy Spirit is kicking in me. And so this song, Love, is designed to help people dance their way through a season of heartache, to sing their way through a season of loneliness. It's not a time to sing about fear. It's a time to sing about people who have power and love and a sound mind because of the great sacrifice of Jesus. He promised to never leave us, never forsake us. He will be with us always, even until the end of the age. We got his love. He's never leaving. And so I'm going to keep crying, I'm going to keep laughing, but what we have promised as a family, and I'm pointing over here to my family because they're through that wall, we promised we were going to be people that would dance and sing our way through the season. And that's what we've been doing, sometimes through tears and sometimes through laughter. But this is love.
Yeah, everybody hurts sometimes, I know that's what they say. But right now it seems this loneliness won't go away. Yeah. Can anybody feel this heartache? Is anyone around? Feels like we're running round in circles, we can't catch our breath. We can't enjoy the moment when we always want what's next, yeah. Just when I can't take no more, it's when I hear you say, don't hang your head when you get lonely. No, I'll never leave your side. And don't go thinking you're the only one that can get it right. Yeah, you got my love, 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 love down in your soul. Yeah, you got my love, 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 and I won't let you go. I know there's nowhere I can run, there's nowhere I can hide from the one who gave his life so I could get back mine, yeah. So when you can't take no more, look up and hear him say, don't hang your head when you get lonely. No, I'll never leave your side. And don't go thinking you're the only one that can get it right. Yeah, you got my love, 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 love down in your soul. Yeah, you got my love, 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 and I won't let you go. Your mercy is new every morning. Your grace sustains all of my life. You are the one that I run to. In you I am satisfied. Oh, your mercy is new every morning. Your grace sustains all of my life. You are the one that I run to. In you I am satisfied. Don't hang your head when you get lonely. No, I'll never leave your side. And don't go thinking you're the only one that can get it right. And yeah, you got my love, 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 love down in your soul. Yeah, you got my love, 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 and I won't let you go.
And Darren, our time's about up here now, but thank you for being vulnerable with us today and just being so honest. You always are. And
it's been a lot of trouble, Sandy.
Well, there's grace, right? There's grace for all of us.
I need it.
But I hope that as we end up our time here today, and what our listeners are going to step into here sends a huge message to you and to your family, that we see you as missionaries, and we want to be a part of continuing to fuel the message that we are messengers has about the gospel. And so this is an I love you. This is a keep going. This is be encouraged. And this is the mission continues. So I hope that you receive that. We're inviting our listeners to not only support you, but to send notes of encouragement. There's a place to comment there. We want to send those on as well, because those can fuel the heart. So anyway, we hope you feel loved, seen, heard, appreciated today. And that's our purpose here, Darren. We had just a few artists to invite into this, and you're not only one of our favorite people, but we just to see your heart for God and the mission. So
I started today cutting the hedges outside my house, and one of my neighbors is a guy called Chad. He sings in the band Unspoken. He saw me cutting them with this set of hedge clippers because my cutter was broken. And he brought over this 6 foot long pole of a thing. And he said, use this, brother. And so it's funny how very simple encouragements go a long way to making people feel like we're not on our own. Because musicians and artists, especially artists, we give our whole lives to love on the outsiders and the broken. We pour it all out. We come home to our families with nothing left. And being a musician and an artist can be the loneliest place in the world. It's like being a pastor. It's like being the head of a radio station, And so having people tell me that they see me, that's enough. It's enough to keep a man going, So I love you. So I'm going to go for a cry because I've done enough of that. All right.
Well, we can't give you our hedge clippers, so I hope you feel the love.
All right. Love you guys. Thanks for having me.
Thanks, Darren.